so much.
Thank you.
Hey, thank you, Seth. Nice to meet a fellow Seth, too.
I know, right? It's a good name.
Absolutely. Yep.
So there's a lot to cover, obviously, when it comes to being prepared for a storm. But some of the basic things that you want to make sure you have are obviously a shovel and ice melt, would you say?
Absolutely. You know, the first thing we're going to have to deal with this storm is the cleanup process, making sure our sidewalks are clear, our driveways, steps and walkways and whatnot. So a couple things that you do want to have on hand is, you know, a shovel and some ice melt.
Now, the ice melt, there's so many different kinds, and you have to keep in mind your situation as for what you're buying it for. So what do you need to look for when you're looking at ice melt?
Absolutely. There's pros and cons to all the different types of ice melt out there. You have your traditional rock salt, which tends to be the most affordable one. But if you're concerned about pets or, you know, the condition of your sidewalk, there's other options out there. Magnesium chloride blend, like the vaporizer there, is going to be safe for your animal friends, and it's going to do a little less damage to the vegetation around your yard as well.
Now, so it can do damage to the vegetation. Now, you're also saying it could maybe mess up some of the asphalt or some of your planning of your house?
With the vegetation, anytime you get a high concentration of any of these ice melts on it, you know, it can kind of damage it a little bit. As far as protecting the asphalt and the concrete, any of these ice melt products, especially the old rock salt, is going to create a thawing and freezing process. And as it thaws, you know, it seeps into the concrete and refreezes, and it expands, and you get some cracks and chips. Some of the better ones, the magnesium chloride and, you know, calcium chloride, is a little bit gentler on that. And with any of these, you don't want to put it on any concrete that is less than a year old.
Okay, that's good to know. I have a question for you. People that have children, especially toddlers that are crawling around under the ground, you are inevitably going to track some of this rock salt into your home. Is there any specific ice melter or rock salt that you should not buy if you do have kids and pets that will be very, very close to it, obviously?
Yep. I wouldn't buy the old-fashioned rock salt or the calcium chloride blends. Those tend to leave a residue that can be tracked into the house, you know, left on carpets or floors. The magnesium chloride is really the gentlest ice melt out there, so that's going to be one for people with the small kids or the pets.
Thank you for clearing that up. That's important.
Now, Seth, let's talk about the other things that are imperative that people have already or go out and purchase before the storm, some of the stuff that you also have at Rockies.
Oh yeah, you know, with any big storm there is the potential for power loss. We just talked a little bit about generators, so making sure you have batteries, flashlights, hurricane lamps, candles, and that type of stuff would be something to keep in mind.
And people may think, I'm not going to go out now, I'm sure they're all sold out. That's definitely not the case.
No, absolutely not. We're constantly getting replenished, so we do have plenty of products. So, you know, come out, get the product you need before it gets really bad out there.
And it's not too bad now.
Yeah, you have a big shipment coming in from New York right now, too, right?
Absolutely. Coming right out of our distribution center. We'll be constantly restocked, so swing on by.
Sounds good. That I can
Well,
do.
Seth, thank you so much. It's so good to know, you know, exactly what, I mean, obviously there's so many different kinds of ice melt you can buy.
Oh, yeah.
And of course products, but you can always ask your friendly Rockies store.
You know, call your
employee.
local store, and, you know, we'd be glad to help you out with anything.
Wonderful. Thanks so much, Seth.
Thank
Good
you.
to have you here. And for these tips, you can head to Rockies.com for more information and also to find a location near you.